everyone. So today we're going to talk about repeated addition versus multiplication. Our goal states, I can use repeated addition to understand multiplication. My first example says, John has 4 cups. Each cup has 2 pieces of candy in it. How many pieces of candy does he have altogether? Well, we know from our vocabulary that there are keywords that tell us what we should do in a problem. Should we add, subtract? What are we doing? But we know that the keyword here is all together. And that's going to tell you that we're going to be adding. Okay, so let's draw this out. We're going to draw 4 cups because it's telling us 4 cups. Each cup has 2 pieces of candy in it. So we're going to put 2 pieces of candy. My favorite's M&M's. So I'm going to put 2 M&M's in each of the 4 cups. Then we're going to write our repeated addition sentence. 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 equals. We can know that we can skip count. We have already done skip counting, so we know 2, 4, 6, 8. That's one way. Or we can use our repeated addition, which is what I would like you to do for today. 2 plus 2 is 4, plus 2 is 6, plus 2 is 8. Using skip counting is a way of checking your repeated addition. But you're not done there because you want to make sure you label your answer. We know our answer is 8, but 8 what? What are they asking? How many what? How many pieces of candy? So we'll label that 8 pieces of candy. Our multiplication sentence is going to look like this because they're asking, or they're telling. They're not asking, they're telling. John has 4 cups. So you know he has 4, and you know you're multiplying, and each cup has 2 pieces of candy in it, and you know from up here that it equals 8. So there you have it. 2 plus 2 is 4, plus 2 is 6, plus 2 is 8, or you can skip count 2, 4, 6, 8, or you can use your multiplication sentence. 4 times 2 equals 8. And remember, pieces of candy is what they were looking for. Pieces of candy. So our next example, Buddy went grocery shopping. When checking out, he had 3 carts with 5 packages in each. How many packages did he have total? Back to our vocabulary, boys and girls. Total. That tells you we're going to add. We can draw this out. So it's telling you, hey, you have 3 carts. You're going to draw your 3 carts. Mrs. Estes is by no means an artist. 3 carts. In each cart, there were 5 packages. Go ahead and draw your little packages. Is how I am what I'm going to do right now. 4, 5 packages in each, because that's what it's telling you. There's your drawing. So for our repeated addition, we're going to add 5, because you have 5 packages, and we're going to add them how many times? 3, because there were 3 carts. And your answer is going to be 5 plus 5 is 10, plus 5 is 15. You can check that by skip counting. 5, 10, 15. And your multiplication sentence is going to look like this. 3 times 5 equals 15. There are 3 carts, 5 packages in each. That equals 15. We have one more example for you. This one looks slightly different because it deals with money. don't let that worry you. It's just a dollar sign, a decimal point, and 2 extra zeros. The concept's still the same. So Pierce wants to buy 6 books. Each book costs $5. How much money does he need to buy them all? Our vocabulary, them all and all, that indicates adding. So we're going to draw our 6 books. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And they each cost $5. So we're going to put $5 in each one. Now, if you ever go to a book fair at school, this will be the way you can use to help figure out how much money you need to buy the books you need, if they all cost the same amount. So, 5 plus 5 is 10, plus 5 is 15, plus 5 is 20, plus 5 is 25, plus 5 is 30. Now let's write our repeated addition sentence. 5 plus 5 plus 5 plus 5 plus 5 plus 5 equals. Now, we wrote $5 because that's the cost of each book, $5. We wrote it 6 times because that's the amount of books they want to buy. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and that we know that equals 30. Now we can check that by skip counting. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Or we could have written 5 ones in each and counted them all out. That is the long way. But if there's ever any doubt in your mind, you can use your drawing to help you check out everything that you've done. So we're going to write our multiplication sentence now. So we're going to write 6, because that's the number of books, times 5, because that's how much each costs, and we know that equals 30. Now, remember here, this is where it gets a little tricky because you have to use your dollar sign, your decimal point, and your 2 zeros. So we know it's $30 and 0 cents. $30 because it's asking you how much money does he need to buy in all. $30. $30, not 30 cents, not 30 books, because we're looking for money, but $30. Repeated addition and multiplication are the same. That's what we just learned. Repeated addition and multiplication are the same. If we added 4 plus 4 plus 4, we would get 4 plus 4 is 8, plus 4 is 12. And if we wrote that as a multiplication sentence, we would write 4, because that's the number we're using. And we added it 1, 2, 3 times to get the answer of 12. This answer and this answer is the same. You could draw that out if you needed to check it, in which case you would draw 3 circles with 4 in each, and you could count that out to check it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Now, the second example we could use is 3s. Okay, 3 plus 3 is 6, plus 3 is 9. So, don't let that confuse you, because it's going to tell you the number is 3, and there are 1, 2, 3, 3s, and that's perfectly okay. So, if you have the same number in each side, each factor is the same. Your product, which is the answer of a multiplication sentence, remember from our vocabulary, the product is going to be 9. So 3 plus 3 plus 3, the sum, or the answer to the repeated addition, is 9, and the product of 3 times 3 is also 9. You can also check that by drawing your circles. 3 in each. You can count them out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay? So that's it for our class today. If you had any questions, make sure you ask before the end of class. If you don't want to ask in front of everybody, that's fine. And we will continue practicing. Have a good day. So after teaching the lesson, I would go into the we do part. We do. So I would go over the rules first. And the rules in my classroom is we think with our mouths closed, unless we're working in pairs or groups. We give a thumbs up if we got it, a thumbs down if we need more. Our we do would be something like, Jim has 2 bags. He has 6 tools in each bag. How many tools does he have altogether? Then I would ask open-ended questions, such as, what do we know? What does our vocabulary tell us? They would tell me addition. I would say, okay, well, what are we adding together? They're going to tell me 6 plus 6 equals 12. And then I would say, for our multiplication sentence, what 2 numbers will we be multiplying? They would tell me 2 because it says 2 bags. And 6, why? Because it says 6 tools in each bag, and they would get 12. We would probably go through 2 or 3 of these before we were sure about the thumbs up and thumbs down. It has to be a majority of thumbs up. Those who still have a thumbs down at the end of 3 or 4, I would pull into a small group or into a breakout room, and we would go over more. Then the exit slip would say, check for understanding. Sue has 4 boxes. Each box has 3 cookies in it. How many cookies does she have total? I would ask them to make sure they underline the key vocabulary word about what they should do, and then write out the repeated addition and multiplication sentence, and then there would be bonus for the drawing of the problem. Thank you very much.